Don't expect people from the East to know anything about hot sauce. Because they don't. That's mad disrespect for anyone who lives in the Southwest. Which includes Texas. So mid to west. Hi, Quinn. Alright, I think there's enough people here. I just realized, was my headphones plugged in the whole time, or? No? Okay. Well, hi everyone. It's today we are going to be working on a commission model, and I'm expecting that the person who commissioned me, well, technically the person who commissioned me is Quinn, but the person whom I'm modeling, I hope is going to be here to witness them getting their model made. If not, I'm going to be mad disrespected. Oh, there he is. There he is. And he's a Texan. Good job. Everybody I know is a Texan, except Jim and Quinn. But Quinn's like from the Texas of the world, if you think about it. I always thought Australia was like the Wild West of the planet. As long as there's two people, then that's enough. But actually, I just took my dog out to piss. And then I came back, took a drink, and saw that people were talking in the chat, so I may as well just start now. Australia is the Texas of the world. That's my opinion. Feel free to debate that, but there's no debating it because it's true. All right, so I got all the reference material loaded in, or at least my turnaround image. I just realized the head in the front face is smaller than the head in the side face. I'm gonna aim for the side face's proportions because the front face kind of looks like he's got a small head. Maybe in between. I'm not sure. No, we're the Florida of the world. Everyone wants to kill you. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I know Saxton Hale wants to kill everyone, but that's just because he's Saxton Hale and he doesn't like hippies. Which, you know what? That actually tracks for a Floridian, so maybe you're right. Before I start with this model, I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to actually open up the library assets for my collection of heads. That sounds very wrong, but you get what I mean. I've got various head shapes for the... I'm going to put this down here, actually, because I have not used the old version of that head. That's not even relevant. So this is... As you know, in Blender, I have an asset library. So, you know, I've got bird heads, I've got anime heads, I've got heads of all shapes and sizes, weird tongues, normal tongues, teeth. You know, Frankenstein monster shit. And I've got a collection of heads. And I'm going to make a specialty head for this person because I feel like it. No one can tell me not to. So I'm going to just bring in the resource here because I actually can't remember what it looks like. It looks like that. You get specialty pentagonal eyes. Specialty pentagonal eyes. Feel lucky. Feel lucky. I don't give everybody specialty eyes. They're not going to be this this flat in the like they are in the reference, but they're specialty nonetheless. Here. So we'll start with rectangular. Oh shit! Wait, I messed up. Let's start with the bases first. So we'll start with rectangular eyes. I'm going to actually disable the subdivision surface just so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Alright, there we go. So we're going to move this to the side. What's everybody talking about? We're the Florida. We have spiders, snakes, talisman devils, Tasmanian devils, talisman devils, Tasmanian devils, bunch of poisonous things. So does Texas, though. Texas has a bunch of big stuff. And so does Australia. That's my other thing. You also have specialty, like, you're both the parts of the world that are like stereotypically known for their barbecue. If you get what I mean. Hi, Ash. Talisman devils. They're Tasmanian devils that have talismans. That's how you know they're dangerous. So yeah, you guys get to see my top secret, totally top secret um, asset library. See all my weird pre-made assets and how I use them. That many fans lined up? Apparently, I know for a fact that only a few people here even know what an asset library is. So, library. I said library. Do not think that I said library. I'm going to flatten out all these bits here. I'm going to flatten out this, zero that. And then I'm going to move this down. And that should give me some decent... actually, I need to lean this back so that it both widens the eye, but also makes it look right. Kind of. Actually, that doesn't need to be as tilted back. I'm aiming for the subdivision surface to look like it's a pentagon, like a curvy pentagon. Lie dairy. Good lord. Bad Discord not sending me audio alerts. Well, 8-bit, you should be paying attention to your notifications. As if I pay attention to my notifications 90% of the time. I do not. I do not pay attention to notifications. You know, I was thinking earlier, I really wish that iMessage would just frickin' work in Linux. Because I cannot stand not getting text messages from my dad. He's like, looking for me, needing my help for something. I'm in the middle of the stream, and I didn't get his text messages because I don't hear them from my MacBook. Oh, okay, that's good to know that Opera GX can run YouTube. I didn't think it would because it was it completely refused to load any videos from Twitter, and I have no idea why. But so I'm guessing I'm guessing what you're saying is you got Opera GX working in Lutris as I attempted to assist with. All right, let's see how that looks with the subdivision surface. Wow, that looks terrible. That looks terrible. Is that with the... yeah. It doesn't look as good as I thought it would. Which is a bit disappointing. But, wait, there's a saving grace here, and I'm completely ignoring it. Which I should not be. In fact, what I should be doing is probably not being in this tab, and maybe moving this to my second screen so I can actually see what I'm doing. Did you use wine, or did you use, I figured Quinn would use Opera GX, cause he's a little gamer bean.
Dude, gamer bean. Dude, gamer. Yeah. Yeah, gamer bean. Yeah. Bean gaming. Bean gaming. Bean.
I want to be able to say that one day. I mean, opera is pretty good, like just regular opera, but it's missing plugins that are available for Firefox. And you know, I will always prefer Firefox. I'm sorry. I'm a Firefox fuck. That doesn't look too bad. It looks a little weird, like his eyes are sunken, or like his eyelids are sunken in, so I can draw those out. Maybe. If I do this, maybe? Maybe not in that mode. There we go. That looks better. There you go. Custom eyes. You get custom eyes, Gabe, if you're still watching. I don't see you in the chat, so I'm just going to assume that you're silently watching and twiddling your thumbs, being like, oh, I hope he does this right. But, you know, that's what I'm doing every day. I hope I do this right, too. That's the entire... Because, you know, this is my job. Doing a lurk? Yeah. Thumb twiddling lurk. Custom eyes, custom lurk. I use both, and now Firefox just needs a VTuber mascot. I will eventually make a VTuber. I'm going to try and I'll go on the VTuber subreddit. I'm going to be like, hey, I made a VTuber model of the Firefox, of Firefox as a kitsune. Who wants it? Who wants it? $60. Who wants it? $60. Who wants it? Who wants to be the Firefox girl? I don't have to manage anything. All I'm doing is just selling off the Firefox girl, whom doesn't exist, but I will make exist. Because that would actually work. People actually, I'm pretty sure people do that, where it's like they call it an adoption or something like that. And you just adopt a VTuber, and then they just become the VTuber. Needs to be a redheaded tomboy. I was thinking that. A redheaded tomboy kitsune. I see you playing Genshin. Yeah, Quinn, I knew you were playing Genshin because I got a notification from Gabe saying that he's playing Genshin. So I'm like, oh yeah, Quinn's probably joining in on playing that game. I've never played Genshin. I've had it installed once, and that was a hacked client for Linux because they're assholes. They won't let you enjoy the game on Linux, which seems to be a repeating pattern. Game developers, cut your shit. Let us game. Quinn, you don't need to play Genshin to do that. You already do that. Not that Gabe. Gabe, quick, admit that you're Gabe Newell. I don't think he would willingly do that. Okay, let's see. I'm going to disable subdivision surface again. Because I think the eyes need to be pulled out so that they're just a little bit wider. Kind of like the sassy eyes. I don't want to do that, though. I don't want to do that. Okay, these don't look right. I'm going to go to normal. We're just going to pinch it together so that it doesn't look weird. I gotta Do it from here, not from the other side. I keep doing the mirrored side. Don't touch the mirrored side. That's not that much better. Actually, I think it was better before. Yeah. Now he's got that stern look. Like he's sick of your shit. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make it raise the eyes so that they arch a little more. And now he looks like he's just very interested in what you have to say. Eight-bit, I hate to say this, but Half-Life 3 is never coming out. I will eat the hat that my avatar usually wears, because I actually have a copy of the hat. I will eat it if they actually release Half-Life 3. And no, Alex doesn't count. If Alex counted, then we wouldn't have to be dealing with a quite obvious retconning of the story just so that it's not just going to be Apostle 3. Epistle 3, not Apostle. Why did I say Apostle? Because Gabe Newell is Jesus. That's why I said it. That's why I said it. Alright, now it's working fine. Yes. Alright. We have pentagonal eyes. So now, let me check if all of the shape keys, because we're going to be using the male shape key, which will be hopefully not that weird looking. But yet they do. It looks, oh god, very weird. Very cheekbone. Alright, let me do this. I'm going to select all these, and then I'm going to use a smooth tool to force it back into shape. Which barely works. Yeah. That didn't work at all. But it spread it out, so I can at least see what I'm doing. Okay, we can do this. We can do that. And we can do that. And that kind of fixes it, I think. It looks better. Doesn't look as bad, I don't think. I'm going to actually go into sculpt mode, and I'm just gonna draw this back in. Just gonna do that. I think that'll look all right. Let me go ahead and move these down so that they are now making a sharper angle. Okay. Can't count because Half-Life 2, Episode 1 and 2, and the others. I mean, it completely rewrites the story while also somehow still being a prequel. Because G-Man time travel crap. But you know what? I'm still going to say this right now. I say, what's that game called? Entropy Zero is canon. I think it's canon. It should be canon. See what the other ones look like. They look weird. Understandably weird, though. I don't think I'd like that, though. So under soft, which is typically for slime girls, but I don't think I'll ever... Well, actually, you know what? A slime girl that looks like this one would be kind of cool looking. But I don't know if I'd do that. If I'm going to do a slime girl with pentagon eyes, I'm probably going to smooth out the pentagon. By the way, no spoilers for the latest episode of, what's it called? Futurama. I haven't seen it yet. I know it's been like 2 days, and I probably should have mentioned that there was another episode of Futurama last night, but I completely forgot because I was tired, and we streamed pretty late last night, which was really fun. Not as late as I would have expected, though. Let's see now. That's okay. Still looks really sharp down here, like there's intersections of the mesh that should not be intersecting. Why is it doing that? Probably because this is over there. Nope, that's still not the reason. I'm just gonna move this. I know I'm wasting time, but that's what I do best. Alright, you know what I'll do? Sculpt tool. Smooth, 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 smooth. Got it. Fuck you. Alright, what are we doing? Imagine making a whole VR game just to retcon an elderly man dying just to flying space maggot. Yeah, I know, right? Alright, I think that's good. Fat actually looks fine. And this is what we're targeting for. So we'll work with that. So that's added to... We're going to add this to my asset library. And we're just going to set it in heads. And now we'll go right into building out a body. I'm not going to get very far tonight. At least I don't think. Go ahead and just right into the mode. But I will try and get a decent amount of work done. That almost fits perfectly. In fact, it does fit perfectly because I made it that way. Doesn't it? I mean, minus the fact that one of the reference images is smaller, but it's not that bad. Maybe I'll make it just a little smaller so that we can get a matchup on both ends. I think that works. Alright, first save. Let's bring in our torso. And based off of the reference art, we've got quite a build here. So we're going to do so thusly. Although default fits perfectly within the thing. I'm going to make a little bit of an adjustment. Does he need crappy abs? I don't think that's not my favorite looking mesh. You know what? It's gonna end up being covered up anyway by the thing, so it doesn't matter. Actually, I can't remember. Did I model Quinn's whole body? I actually can't even remember if I did. So we'll add some of this. Eh, that's pretty much all we need. Maybe add just a little bit of ab just to make it a little contoured, but I don't know if we're going to be keeping all that. And we're probably not. So I don't want to waste too much time just oogling at the body. All right, let's go ahead. Let's new shape for mix and delete all. New shape for mix and delete all. And there we go. Okay. Next, limbs, arms. Okay. Not as exciting as playing Black Mesa, but you know what? It is my job. Just saying. And yes, I do realize that forearm and arm are not named correctly, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter. Go up to here. I'm glad you like both because I'm not sure if I'd even be streaming 2 days if if it was only me that enjoyed doing this. I feel like we need music or something. Let me see what I got in my music library. And yes, I did download um the thing that we mentioned last night in stream. That I can't remember what it was. The thing that David recommended. I liked it. I didn't really listen to it long enough, but I liked it. Okay. Let's see what we can play without getting copyright stricken. Uh, uh, uh. We can play Team Fortress 2 music. What is this? Half-Life's soundtrack, but I only have one song in it for some reason. You know what? We're playing Team Fortress 2's soundtrack. Because I don't have anything else that I can play, really. I'm not sure why, but... Okay, there we go. I just found music, though. I don't need more music. What, Jim? You don't like TF2 music? Yeah, I'm not playing from YouTube. Because that's more bandwidth that I have to take up. I will save these, though. Let me pin these. And next time, I will play them. Jim, we're out of pins. Can you pin that? Again, please don't send me any video or YouTube stuff, because that's going to take up bandwidth, and I don't want to take up bandwidth just to have a static image destroying our thing. I'm very, very worried about everything destroying the stream right now. With good reason. This Wi-Fi is garbage. And I plan on investing in some sort of Ethernet cable to run outside from one side of the house to the other, if I can get my family on board with it. I don't know if I can. If I tell them I'll do all the work, that'll just make them freak out for no reason. I know, we're already only on 360p, and I'm sorry that it's so grungy. But, it's all I can do. Someone yesterday complained about it, but they were like a new person, so it's okay. Not their fault. They thought I was an NPC. It's okay. They're right. I am an NPC. But that doesn't matter. That's right. So I didn't make feet for Quinn. And you know why? Because I hate feet. And I hate my stock foot model, and then everybody ends up in shoes anyway, so why bother? Just enjoy the TF2 music. Next time I'll have a playlist ready for streaming. Alright? That's fair, right? Well, I can't really make toggles to take their shoes off. At least, not that I'm aware of. Of course, I'm making all these with VPupper in mind, and VPupper is very unfinished. You win. Finish your program, you win. Or at least, make a release larger than 0.0.9. How do VTubers show their toes? They can't move them unless they have feet tracking. Do they? I have no idea. I'm sure they are. I'm pretty sure they're blend shapes. Chat freaked out when Aura showed her feet. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm not really a feet person. I mean, I can't really say this. I'm just not really a feet person. I don't get the point. Yeah, we got those things that we walk on. Cool, you're gonna obsess over that? Uh-oh. We are having unhealthy stream moment. I'm gonna give it a second. I'm closing Discord. Come on, bounce back. Come on, bounce back. There we go. We're back. I'm pretty sure Melody doesn't use traditional VTubing software. I'm pretty sure she's all, like, custom software. I would be surprised if she wasn't, really. Alright, let's go ahead and just... Yeah, I'm almost certain Melody is completely custom software, isn't she? If not, wow. Where'd you find this? But, like, the lighting is way better than any VRM crap that I've seen. And frankly, I don't think the VRM model format is very great. I know that's the most... I mean, that's just from my experience. I could be wrong about that. I'm, Jim, I'm not doubting that they're a guy. I'm very much not doubting that they're a guy. I guarantee you they are probably a guy. But um that, that that's some good shit right there. Yeah, see, I figured she uses custom everything. He, she, whatever. Buns. Okay, let's get these connected. Speaking of VTuber porn, don't get any ideas. This is likened to a mannequin. Why are you disappointed in them? They're probably millionaires just because they made a pair of boobs into 3D tracking space. Let's be honest. The secret to becoming a millionaire is porn. And, you know, at first I was like, really? People still make money off of porn, even though, like, nobody can really buy porn video anymore? It's not, it's not that. It's the live stuff and, the DRM stuff, like comics. Jim's smart. He knows a lot. Sometimes I think he knows too much. We were actually playing TF2 earlier, and I wish I recorded because we were having fun doing very Germa-ish gimmicks. You know, the crotch area is kind of low, or actually kind of high. Let me move it up, or move it down using the proportional editing. That was not what I meant to do. There we go. I'm gonna move it forward just a bit, but it looks like it's leaning forward, kinda. May have to fix that. But first let me attach everything else first. Yeah, I mean, you know, a porn star is a guy, or a VTuber is a guy when they're really good at providing the fan service. It's just true because guys know what guys want. I know what boys like. I know what guys want. Jim learns faster than any AI. His brain runs on a RTX 40, 50, 90. It doesn't even exist yet. Because he is the 5090. No, I've seen Melody do other things. I swear I have. She did, like, stuff with Yanners and Iron Mouse and shit. I wouldn't be surprised if there is an eventual GX Aura and a Melody collab. Because it's so far in the future, Jim's brain does not exist yet. That's how advanced of technology he is. Alright, connected that. Let's connect the brain to the body. Let's apply this mirror first. Connect at last so that we can get these connected properly. Even if it bunches it up at the neck there. I should get the Wally video game soundtrack in here as well. That's, I'm pretty sure, would count as copyright free. Or not copyright free, but like streamable in a way. I wonder if I'll get stricken for using the Hello Dolly theme. It hasn't stricken me yet, but that's only because I've like covered it up with TARDIS sounds. Peanut brain in the making. That's a pretty powerful peanut brain. I was thinking more like a potato brain. But like potato brain that runs at 800 watts. 800-watt potato brain. So potato battery GLaDOS, yeah. Disney music, nah, they strike. Yeah, but it's not Disney music from a movie. It's Disney music from a video game. And it's not like the actual music from the movie. It's like they hired an orchestra just to do completely individual music from the movie. And the only song on that video game soundtrack that is actually a song from the movie is Hello Dolly. But it's like snipped up in such a way that it's not even the same version. You know? Like, if I go to BRB for a second and pause the music, that's that's a track from Wall-E, right there, from the video game, that is. But you wouldn't recognize that, would you? Because not a lot of people played that game, and that was a really good game in my opinion. I mean, I'm looking through that. I'm liking it through rose-tinted glasses of nostalgia because that was like the first video game I ever played. But still, I thought it was a pretty alright game for the puzzle aspect. Moving around and the platforming was god awful. I was never a fan of the platforming in Wall-E because you're literally given tank controls, and that makes sense because it's Wall-E. He must have tank controls. No, I didn't make that. I wish I did. I might cover some Wally songs. Because they have good melody. Yeah, the Wally game. That was my first ever video game. I played it on a PowerPC Macintosh G3. And that was like one of the first 3D games I had ever played. In addition to that, I had also played a couple of point-and-click adventure games, mostly some Peanuts kind of stuff. Jim, he has tank treads. Of course he has tank controls. I actually bought it on Steam, so one of these days I'll have to do a stream playing that. Which would mark the fourth time? Fourth time? Yeah, fourth time I've purchased the game, not count, including the initial purchase for the Mac G3. Yeah, so I have the PlayStation 2 version. I have the PlayStation 2 version for the European people. I have the PC version in Steam. And then I have the PC version for Mac and original Windows. But the problem is I don't know where the disc is. I only have the case. So the only remnants of the PC version that I originally had is on an old Macintosh somewhere, a MacBook, iBook, or whatever it's called, in the closet that I don't want to bother ripping apart to get the hard drive out, just so I can try and emulate a PowerPC for it just to not work and not have sound. Because PowerPC emulation is not great right now at all. Because no one cares. Alright, how's that looking so far? I think that's pretty alright. We'll go ahead and, how am I going to do the boots? Am I going to take some shoes from another model and modify them? Or should I... I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure at all. Or should I rig it first? You know what? Let's rig it first, because I think that would be beneficial right now. Why am I in rendered mode? This is not butterfly mirror mode. There we go. Mind you, these VRM models are very much not for, you know, like, heavy movement, I guess. Then again, I never really make it very well for heavy movement. But I do try to at least get hand tracking working, but I'm not too great with that. Yeah, I wish I love PowerPC too, because I grew up on a PowerPC Mac. But will anyone make an emulator for it? One person. 5+ years ago. I'm going to delete the bones for the hand because I will be appending my hand models, and those hand models already are rigged. So there's no point. So let's see. Now I'm going to do my typical rigging trick of making a duplicate of the model, filling in all the holes, remeshing, and then doing a mesh data modifier after rigging it. So we'll apply the subdivision, remesh 0.01, and I seem to be missing. Oh, the feet, duh. .01. There we go. Now we apply all modifiers, automatic weights. Now, before I do anything stupid, hold on. I need to add some mesh here because I seem to have a problem with that sometimes. Doop doop. Oh, what the hell? No, wait, that's right. Okay. Same with the legs. Gives him that didn't skip leg day kind of look. Which hopefully no one notices. Actually, I'm gonna notice it. Ah. But it helps because deformation looks weird without them. I'll fix it in sculpting. All right, let's do a mesh data transfer. Mesh data transfer mesh data vertex groups nearest face interpolation on all layers, I mean. And then we hide this. We give this an armature modifier. And there we go. And that should do pretty alright. Except for the fact that I left the eyes in, and now this happens. Me too, man. Alright, we can fix that. That's no problem. Alright, we need to remove IL and IR because they have no purpose here. Assign head. Go to weight paint. Smooth. 3. On active group. Because it always does all of them for some reason. And then that's pretty alright for a head movement. The fly right in my face. Usually it contours from the neck in a... There's a fly in my face. Good lord. I hate flies. Where was I? Okay. Yes. I'm gonna do that because it looks a little weird. That's better. Alright, let me jog my memory here. Do we have visible ears? I'm gonna say yes, so I'm gonna tack some ears onto him. Which I probably should have done before I rigged it. So we'll just hope that we, slapped the fly. I punched it. I punched the fly. Fuck flies. Me append some ears. So I'm disappointed in myself. I probably should have done this before I rigged the model. Banana na 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 banana na banana. Okay, location. We're going to. Does it have? Oh, it does. Okay. I'm sure it's all head, so I'm gonna change the vertex group name to a lowercase because that's what it is in VRM for some reason. There we go. So we can do this, and then we'll have to join it to the head. And then... it looks weird. Then what we have to do is we have to remove the mesh in the way, because I made these... I totally made these with ears in mind. And when I mean that, I mean I just coincidentally happened to have meshed the head to just barely fit the contour of the ear with a lobe included. Is this playing the same song twice? Oh, it's the blue version. I didn't know that there was a blue specific version of this song. This makes me kind of want to play TF2, but I've played quite a lot of it tonight. And going by my friend Mado, it seems that I've been playing it way more than he expects. But he's a... Then again, he plays frickin' mobile games, so... He's a mobile gamer. In other words, he's not a real gamer. Sorry to all you out there who are mobile gamers, but I'm sorry, Genshin is not a gamer game. Ooh, burn! Ooh! Ooh! You believe you just said that? No respect. Yeah, Saxon Smash indeed. Alright, let's add that subdivision surf back. And now he has ears. We're gonna double that, but hopefully we'll be able to work on that. Let me sculpt the legs so that he doesn't look like he's done too freaking much. I 8-bit, you have no idea what kind of courage I got. I could speak my mind all day, and I think many of us could agree with some of these things, but I don't want to piss people off either. I have a very strong opinion about multiple things, and I don't want to push people away because of that. And I do hope that, you know, I wish more people would be a little bit more, like, you know, understanding about opinions, because I can't count how many... What the hell happened to over here? I can't count how many times I've had a political debate with someone just because they didn't agree with my opinion. But have you seen the current state of, the US right now? It's not great. It's not great. It's not good. And you're free to have your own opinion because, that's the entire point of an opinion. But like, seriously, there's opinions and then there's biases. Yeah, I sure sound like an angry comedian constantly. But you know what? George Carlin was a really funny angry comedian, so if I can be just a tiny bit as good as George Carlin, then my life is complete. What the fuck happened to this leg here? Did I accidentally merge something? How the hell did that happen? What? How did that happen? Did I mesh something wrong? I have no idea how that happened, so here's what I'm gonna do. Don't do this at home. We're going to cut Gabe in half. We're gonna cut Gabe in half. We're gonna make a duplicate of his body, and then we're gonna stick it back together. You hear me, Gabe? Which means that we have to redo our armature modifier, but that's okay. Or that means we have to redo our vertex groups, but that's okay. That's okay, because we kept our body proxy. In fact, we're gonna name it proxy. And I'm gonna wait until we have all the details in before I redo that. We're gonna cut Gabe in half. We're going to bisect. Seeing if he's listening. I wonder if he's freaking out right now. Please don't cut me in half. I'll consider it. This looks good though, so far, I think. Do want to spend some time working on my VTuber model as well tonight. Let me see, what time is it? It's 10:10. Should we call it for now? Because I can come back to this later this week. I think I'm going to wait on it and come back to this later this week. And then we're going to start working on my model. So, I hope that looks all right from there, Gabe. But it's my turn now. So this is so I had made a window just to view my model in Blender. Let's go ahead and cache all the materials so that we can completely eviscerate them. So, what did I want to do to my model? There was a few things. I wanted to add my signature jacket, which I have yet to do. But I'm still unsure on how I want to do that. I wanted to add my signature jacket. And I wanted to add... And then, I wanted to do the signature jacket, get that finalized, get that materialized, and then start ripping the model back apart again, and so that we can turn it into a VTuber model. Because in the current state it's in, is literally only made for animation. And you know what? I don't think I've shown my animation model rigs off very much. But as you can see, there's a big difference between a model made for animation and a model made for game engines and VTubing. So as you can see, I have these extra bones here, 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 and here. You also notice that I have bones for things that I probably wouldn't have on a VTuber model, like Weenor. And I also wouldn't have details that would be on a VTuber model, like nipples. But it's all based off of animation. Also, one thing I definitely would not have on a VTuber model is how do I do that? Wait, how do I? Oh, there we go. Is the ability to rip my arm off. Let me get rid of that blasted background. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have that on a VTuber model, but at least not in a sense that I can animate it. I just noticed that this is tied to my tie. Why is it? I gotta fix that. Hold on, let me fix that. I never noticed that until today. And I had spent like 2 days getting that detachable arm to work. Forearm. Now, is it... Shoulder R. This is shoulder R though, isn't it? Yeah, that's shoulder R. So then robot shoulder R must have a level of weight to it. Or shoulder human, I guess? I actually don't even know what it's called. I'll just go into edit mode and assign 0. Wow, I think Blender's lagging. No, it's not lagging. Let's just make sure that that's all disabled, and let's try removing my arm this time. There we go. We fixed it. If you notice, when I pull the arm off, it actually moves that into place, and now it's independently manipulatable. Alright, let me clear transforms. I'm going to take away all of my blend shapes. And now, to start work on the jacket, how am I going to do this? I'm going to, because I need it to go over my body and then also my clothes, which means everything has to have a collision. Okay, my body already has a collision. So my shirt needs a collision, and I'm going to assume my pants and belt need a collision. That weirdness was not noticeable before, but now it's very noticeable on the textures. I'm not sure that I baked the textures for my shirt, so I'm not sure why that did that. But that's very scary looking. Why is that? Oh, because that's the other reason why it probably looks weird is because it's not in cycles, and everything looks weird when it's not in cycles. There we go. Those weird lines are gone now. Alright, what can we do to get a jacket up in here? Here's what I usually do to make clothes. Take a plane, rotate it, go to my favorite add-on for clothing called Auto Mirror. You thought it was an actual clothing add-on. No. It just automatically mirrors it so that I can mirror. And we do this. And... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Scale in the X. We're gonna make a loop cut for the sleeve. Extrude out the sleeve. I'm gonna go to solid view. There we go. We're going to subdivide right here, and we're gonna put some mesh there. And then I'm going to disable clipping on the mirror modifier. I'm going to pull open the neck just for now so we know where to open up the jacket, because right now we're just making a shirt. Why not an actual clothing add-on? Feel free to send me some actual clothing add-ons. I usually just make my own clothing. Yeah, I'm poor. And if I'm not making my own clothing, then I'm rigging a set of clothing from probably something I stole from a video game, such as the HEV suit I did earlier today. Which doesn't just work for Carly, by the way. I can actually put it on myself. Of course, I have a blend shape specifically for Carly because she's got the big body parts. We all know what I'm talking about. Alright, I just realized I'm making this for that. Well, no, that doesn't matter, because I'm just going to cut off the sleeve anyway. Alright, next we do this. This. We realize that we forgot to turn clipping back on before extruding and start all the way back over, and now we extrude. Do that. I will say, I'm very glad that I learned about the data transfer function in Blender, because it has made making clothing so much easier to rig. I kid you not. It's made rigging easier in a nutshell, really. I love it to bits, and I really don't think I could live without it now that I know that it exists. Alright. I'm going to pull this up. Or no, I'm going to merge this in. Because... Well, no. Keep that up. So that it doesn't look very weird. You forgot that, huh? It's not that I make NSFW models. I just happen to include it just in case. And more often than not, I was on some other more risque servers that enjoy risque art. And I did post some stuff there. And they liked it. So I kept posting. But then I got banned because someone who I knew there hates my guts and decided to, because they're a moderator, to abuse their power and remove me. So if you're watching this and you know who you are, go fuck yourself. Hey, that worked first time. That never works first time. But now I realize that it doesn't look right. Hold on, I'm gonna do this. I don't really post a lot of NSFW stuff on my server, though, so I don't really know what you're specifically talking about. I mean, I'm sure I've posted, like, something. Just not as much as I think. All right, we want that to be longer than than that. Okay. And now we do the cloth simulation. We let it hang out there just for a little bit. What the hell is it connecting to? Oh, that has a collision modifier? What? Did it do a collision modifier? So wait, why is it clipping into that but not this? Oh no. Let me turn on let me turn up the collision distance from 0.015 to 0.03. That actually helped. In fact, let me go back. Kind of like that. Oh, sorry, bumped my mic. Kind of like that, but then there's some bits that I don't like. What was that at? That was at 8. Okay, I'm gonna apply this. And we'll do auto smooth. Why did it change? What the hell? Oh, because I have the mirror modifier on first. That's why. There we go. Now I can auto smooth. Wait, what? I am very confused. Why is it doing that? You know what? We'll just apply all modifiers. That way it... Yeah, there we go. Except I don't like where that was, so let's go ahead and let it settle for a second. Now we can apply all modifiers. So yeah, there's a bit of a bit of glitching there, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna first of all chop off the sleeve because clearly I don't need it. I'm gonna go ahead hit slash so I can get specifically that. I'm gonna get rid of all of this vertices, all of this vertices. Shade smooth. And now I'm going to do my ultimate trick of getting clothes to fit. Number 1, Alt S, scale it out just a bit. Number 2, I'm going to select by trait, loose geometry. You'll see we'll select all the threads. I'm going to go to individual origins, scale, turn off that, then scale to 0. And now it fits perfectly pretty much. It's a little tight. I don't like how it's got a butt there, but we can fix that with sculpting. Here, hold on. I'll do that right now. Usually I save the sculpting for after I've applied it, but that might actually be a big mistake on my part. I probably shouldn't do that. I just want it to be loose. I don't want it to be... I just want it to be loose. Instead, it still looks like a butt, but we'll... There. That kind of looks different. Different enough. So I'm going to just slap a subdivision surface on here so that it looks more cloth-like. Alright, now, let me pull open this a little bit. The mistake I always make when making stuff like shirts and jackets is getting the collar first. Hold on, but first, I gotta rip open the... I gotta rip open this. I'm gonna open up the jacket because I usually wear it open. Just saying, this is an actual jacket that I have. I have it behind me. I'm not gonna put it on and show everybody, but I have this jacket. It is a formal dress jacket, blue, baby blue, pinstriped, and it belonged to my grandfather. And that's why I like it so much. Alright, now we're going to... Let me see. We need to make a collar, and that's always the hardest part. So, and what I was saying was, I always do it when it's too late and it's not flat anymore. So let me do that. And we'll do this. This will be similar to how I do Gabe's model. Gabe's not really jacket, but overcoat. Yeah, originally I was I had this red plaid dress jacket, which was based off of a hoodie I have. But my family seems to really hate that hoodie for whatever frickin' reason. I'll never understand. And then before that, it was just generic tux, which is was something I did not actually have, and which is why I changed, because I like wearing clothes that I actually have. Because then someone can meet me in real life and be like, "Oh hey, yeah, you're real. You're a real guy. You're not just an NPC. Holy shit! When did you become real?" Yeah, me too. I really like vintage 80s clothing. And, you know, I've been told by family members, you know, "Oh, is that faded clothing? What's wrong? You want me to get you some new clothes?" Like, no. No, this is my clothing. I like this clothing. Like, I have a vintage Pepsi shirt, which is very faded. So it used to be red, and now it looks pink, which is like the pinnacle of 80s clothing. Because you know, if it's supposed to be red but is pink, that's how you know it's classy. Colored tuxes are awesome, yeah. Which is that's pretty much what this is. It's a colored tux. But with a retro style Atari shirt from Target over it. Was it Target? Actually, no, it was Walmart. Ooh, how do I get into rendered mode? Ooh, how did that happen? Oh, because we're like really bumped up, I think. Let's do that. There we go. Because I got the big bulky shoulder on this side because of the robot arm. All right, now let's make this actually look like a suit. Because right now it just kind of looks like just looks like flap. There we go. Now we're going to sink one in so that it looks like a ridge. And then we'll sink one back out. Is that looking good? Can't really tell from the thing, but I think it's looking alright. The other reason why I like dress jackets, or at least jackets that kind of look like dress jackets, is that they have breast pockets and inner breast pockets, which are very difficult to come by nowadays. My last decent hoodie that actually had a breast pocket, or an inner breast pocket, was really cheaply made and sadly did not last long at all. I just wish inner breast pockets were the norm, you know? Like, you ever like just want to pull out your phone and it comes out of a breast pocket. That's how you know it looks cool. I'm realizing that it looks weird here. I'm going to use the sculpt tool to just... Can I smooth that out? No? Alright, well that I'll have to deal with. You know what I'm surprised about? This song. No one has ever done an automaton version of this song, as far as I'm aware. At least not, like, a viral one. Which is like, this is the perfect song for an automaton cover, you know? Can anybody agree with that? It doesn't look too bad. It does look a little bit pushed out though, the flaps. So I can just sink those in, but then I don't want to sink them in too much, otherwise they'll get stuck. So today marks the end of the Great California hurricane, which flooded the entirety of California. But in reality didn't do anything of significance at all, really. Ugh, that geometry's all messed up. I'm not gonna bother with it. And as a result, I guess autumn has come early because it smells like autumn outside. Or at least it did earlier today while I was playing TF2 with Jim. And all I could think was, God, I would kill for some pumpkin spice lattes right now. Such a Californian thing to think. Everyone was fine. Nothing happened. For a hurricane, it was the most underwhelming thing that has ever happened in the history of everything. Because nothing happened. A gentle breeze and some light rain. That's it. No flying cows. No genuine hysteria and fear. Other than stupid people buying up a bunch of toilet paper again because they think this is COVID-2. Sorry, David-19 too. I'm not allowed to say COVID on YouTube. Sorry, guys. Pumpkin spice is yummy. I actually bought last October a pumpkin spice spice shaker just for myself, and then it ended up just being used only 1 month in the year. Which, you know what, that's fine. That's how it's supposed to be used, I guess. But then it ended up becoming everybody's alternative to cinnamon as soon as we ran out of cinnamon that one time we ran out of cinnamon. But there wasn't really much of a flood. I know floods can be scary, but like there was nothing. It was a light rain. Usually when it rains a lot, it fills the I mean, as a Californian, I have a pool, but the pool is expensive and has started to deteriorate. So the pool has not seen much love for quite a while. And as a result, it's pretty much just become a basin for skateboarding, I guess. If even if I could afford a skateboard, you know what I mean. So it's just an empty pool right now. I'm gonna click all these and get a little bit of a loose end here to pull out so that these are angular. think. What? I wonder. Can I do this? Yowza! I can, but it looks like crap. Yeah, but usually the pool fills up with water, and it's a pool again. But it didn't. It was such a light rain. And yeah, there was a pretty okay amount of water running across the street. Yeah, big whoop. Haven't seen that before. We had torrential rain a couple months ago, and compared to yesterday, it was nothing. It was completely and utterly nothing. It's like they were putting on a huge scare for whatever reason. I don't know. Control. I don't know. Maybe a UFO flew over the U.S. Uh, uh, today, or flew over California. Didn't want everybody outside. Who knows? I have one last skateboard before I quit. I actually have a photo of all my broken boards. What? You're a skateboarder? That's cool. I've never really been much of a skateboarder. I've been wanting to be a skateboarder, and I actually do have a skateboard. Actually, two. They were gifts from my uncle, who was quite the surfer along with a skateboarder. But I've yet to actually use them. And then, in addition to that, I actually also once bought a skateboard at a thrift store while I was just bored, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna walk to the thrift store because there's one not too far away. It's in walking distance. I could walk there, and I bought a skateboard, and I never used it for a while. I had planned to set my skateboard up, or to set up a bunch of skateboards under my computer, so that I could wheel it across the room in case I needed to like do VR stuff or whatever. If I had ever even had a VR devices in the first place, which I do not yet. Give me money, please. But oh God, this geometry is gonna screw this whole thing up. I really hope the subdivision surface modifier fixes as much as it can of the. Oh my God, look at this! Irreparable. I should not have merged that. Lord, okay, you know what? I can't deal with that. Hold on. We're going to undo all of this. Faces. We're gonna move this back in to where it was. I don't know what I was thinking, but that was clearly a bad idea. Ah, shit. What the hell is this? There we go. Alright, there we go. Alright, we can fix this. I'm gonna do some polygon modeling right here. Grid fill. Can I do a grid fill? I can't do a grid fill? You gotta be kidding me. No, shift. Damn it. There we go. Alright, we saved that. Kind of. This is still a bit of a mess. That's still a bit of a mess, but we can fix that, I think. One of these days I will have to give skateboarding another go, but being as it is, I still need to freaking learn to, or not learn to drive. I know how to drive, I just don't have a license for it. It's kind of a priority. It's been a priority. I just can't freaking afford the fees that they charge. Oh my God, they charge a fee, a $40 fee just to take the written part of the test. It's ridiculous. Like, What, you're gonna pay? I'm paying you to have the opportunity to fail? That doesn't make sense. And if I want to show my dissatisfaction by not paying for it, then I don't get it. I don't get a license, which means that the American government has a monopoly on driving education. All right, how does that look? I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to now let me disable this and this. I'm going to see if I can make some pockets. By doing this and this. And then... But yeah, because of how the weather has ended up making me just want it to be autumn already. From being extremely hot to being smelling like autumn, as I say, and making me crave pumpkin spice. I just kind of wish it was October already. Don't you think? Oh, that was looking good until it didn't. Hopefully October will come soon, especially because I really am not enjoying the heat of the California heat this summer. It's made it very difficult, and the humidity is actually much worse. Yeah, I know. That's exactly how it is, Jim. Like, you gotta be rich to drive. You gotta be rich to do anything. You gotta be wealthy and wealthy to succeed in America. Does California have Halloween events near you? Not really, like, statewide, but there at least there used to be, where my mother used to live, a pumpkin patch, and I'm sure there's plenty of pumpkin patches near the freeway, which I love. I love pumpkin patches. They are the best stuff. One Halloween, before 8-Bit even joined the server, I tried to do a Gmod pumpkin patch because I found a pumpkin patch world or map, and I thought, hey, you know what? I found this. I found out that we can kind of carve pumpkins by stabbing them with CS:GO knives. So, and then, or we could like paint them. And I think I even found a pumpkin carving add-on. So I was trying to get everybody to join in on that, but nobody seemed to be very interested. And one person was complaining, and just because I had a bunch of add-ons. And they did not shut up about complaining about it, and so they kind of ruined it. I would love to try and do that again, but actually I have a better suggestion. And I think everyone else will enjoy that way better than Gary's mod. So there was this game. Actually, let's go for a BRB for a little bit. Sorry I'm back, and sorry I didn't, like, pause the music. Uh, so you had two musics playing at once. I hope you enjoyed that. I just realized that, but sorry, I had a very impromptu thing I had to deal with. Anywho, what am I reconsidering? Oh, right. I want to tell everyone about this game that I do know of that is almost, it pretty much simulates a, well, I gotta find it. It simulates a pumpkin festival experience, I'd say. I'll just show it off here, but it's the servers are shut down right now, so there's no festival to actually visit right now. I don't think. Yeah, see. But during Halloween, I definitely will be wanting to invite you guys to come and enjoy this because this is a really fun thing. So you can carve your own pumpkins in the title screen, and then have them placed uh, all over the place. So you could place them on here, and then you can take screenshots with each other, and oh, it's a whole lot of fun. I always thought this place was really, it was the most brilliant thing I'd ever thought could be made into a video game. And I think, yeah, I hope to invite you guys over, but there's, of course, no real servers running right now. So because the creator, I'm pretty sure, hosts the server on their own PC. So good on them for doing that. But yeah, you can actually make your own. I recorded a shit ton of video, a very long video on this. So it was the Halloween episode last year, and I had even made a spooky model just for it. But not a lot of people watched it. So if you're feeling Halloweeny right now, go ahead and check that out. But it's not really a priority video at the moment, in my opinion. All right. So we've pretty much finished the jacket. Let me go ahead and save a duplicate so that we can start applying stuff. Let me make sure as well that it actually fits. Hold on a second. My dog was barking, and I thought it was my dad calling me. That's how annoying he can be. In October, I want to watch a different horror flick each day. In October, I want to play a different horror game or spooky game or just Halloween game in general each stream. I think that would be fun. I think what we'll do is we'll pull out all the stops. We'll like if we're still playing like Black Mesa, although I think we're gonna finish that within 1 to 2 weeks. But if we're playing like I don't know, like Half-Life 2, if we end up doing that, or more likely one of the other Half-Life expansion games on stream, which I want to do first before I do Half-Life 2. I want to do that first, and then we can But anyway, during October, I'm gonna pull out all the stops for other streams, including modeling streams, and we're just gonna do Sundays and Mondays Halloween themed games. So we'll play FNAF, I guess, maybe. Maybe I'll come back to a couple of those really weird um, FNAF wannabe games that I once did a video on. Maybe they have improved with time. I doubt it though. All right. So first, let's go ahead, make sure that we aren't clipping anywhere. Let's go ahead and make my butt not so fucking massive. My dog's still barking, but I'm gonna ignore him because he's just being greedy for food. I don't know if you can hear in the background. Probably not. He's not as loud as the other dog. What's some other spooky games we could play during October? We could play some boomer shooter games. Although I call them millennial shooters. We could play Doom, maybe. Couple level, or you know what? We'll have a day dedicated to spooky boomer millennial shooters. I think that would be cool. Doom clones, like Blood, maybe Cultic if I decide to buy Cultic. Um, there was like a Frankenstein game that was for that, I think. A Frankenstein Doom shooter. I guess you could call it Castle Frankenstein. I don't think it was a very powerful game. It was one of those like boomer shooter or Doom clone games that tried their absolute hardest but couldn't crack the code kind of games. You know what I mean? I probably shouldn't be doing any rigging. I don't know why I'm doing a mesh data transfer so soon. I'm actually getting ahead of myself. Hold on. So we got to apply the subdivision first. Then we go to line select, select all by trait, loose geometry, delete the edges, select all, go to vertices, merge. Oh no, don't merge yet. Solidify. Now we do merge by distance. But we don't want it to be that many. We just want it to be the ones that are pretty much right on top of each other, which would be the loose geometry connected vertices. I'll make up a list of what we'll do for October, and then we'll do it. We'll just do it, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it. All right. Now we can do the mesh data transfer, vertex groups, nearest face interpolation on all layers with an armature modifier linking to there, and then we parent it to the object. And now we've got a pretty much perfectly tied jacket. Playtime with Percy. It's a good FNAF fan game. Five Nights at Candy's was also a good FNAF fan game, but for some reason I couldn't get it to run in wine no matter what I did. And I'm not sure why. Which is why it wasn't really included on the last I did a FNAF clone ranking video, which was probably one of the cringiest things I could have done, but I actually liked doing that. I liked ripping a new one on fucking Five Nights at McDonald's. I need to do a smoothing here because we got some major ass flattage right here. So weight paint, weights, Smooth. All, not active groups, all groups. And we'll do 3 durations. That should give a pretty much, yeah, a nice S-curve kind of shape to my buns there. While retaining all that. All right. Last thing I'm going to do, since I can totally just do that, and no one will bat an eye at me, I'm just gonna do this. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Just want to... I'm sure Jim knows a lot of good FNAF games, because he's the purple guy. He's the man behind the slaughter. He hates when I say it, but then again, he's also the guy who was kind of obsessed with it, so I'm allowed to embarrass him with that. Yes, I am. Include the original System Shock 2. Is that a Doom shooter? Or a Doom clone? I've actually never even heard of System Shock. I mean, I probably have. I just don't know. It's not a game series I've followed very much. But yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Maybe I might be interested enough to check out the rest of the series. There we go. That looks pretty alright. There we go. I'm gonna tell you a Halloween story. So, a couple years ago, actually a lot more than a couple years ago, because it's been 4 years since I've really went out for Halloween. But I once went out as an astronaut. Still have the costume, and it still fits, by the way. I am a small person, despite what many say about me. But I went out as specifically Major Tom from the very well-known David Bowie song "Ground Control to Major Tom," or Space Oddity, I should say. That's what the actual song name is. But so I had the name tag on the spacesuit, and so I have a neighbor who is, I think there's some sort of clergyman, or they have something to do with the local church down the street. But they had a full-on barbecue out front to give out freaking hot dogs to the trick-or-treaters, which was hilarious. Because I come home with a bucket of candy with a hot dog in tinfoil sticking out the top. I'm pretty sure my parents were like freaking out, like, "What the heck? Is that poison? Does it have a razor blade in it?" No, it's just a normal hot dog. It's a normal hot dog. Now, I'm really hoping that they weren't that kind of, the kind of religious people that will go out of their way to ruin Halloween because they think it's a satanic holiday. It's not. Just because pagans used to celebrate it in their own pagan way, which was mostly just bonfires. It's not how we celebrate it now. It's very different to how the pagans celebrated. Just realized, what the hell is this? I'm gonna move this in. It doesn't want to move in. Good enough. Very germalock there. I do have a subdivision surface, don't I? I do. It's just not very powerful. Well, anyway. Alright, now that... You didn't see that. You didn't see that. No one saw that. No one saw that. Shut up. No one saw that. I'm just gonna... Yeah, you're staying there. Can I lock this, actually? Can I lock a... Shape key lock. Always show the current shape for this object. Yeah. Okay. I hate that I have to account for everything. That was embarrassing, but I don't think anybody noticed because no one's saying anything in the chat, so... Cool. Let's make it a VTuber model now. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to split this off into the VTuber folder, in which I have an older version of a different model in here, but we'll just go... We'll just go ahead and we'll call that. Alright. Oh, wait. I can't do that. Hold on. I actually didn't even... Yeah, the one time you look away, you just see, you don't get to see my my doodle. My diddling. It's alright, Jim's already seen it. Alright. Right now it kinda looks like a lab coat. And I like that. But I don't want it to be a lab coat. I know I'm going in and out on the stream, but it doesn't mean you have to miss my phallical mishaps. Come on, guy. Don't you want to see my phallical mishaps? My fallacy? Right. I'm gonna actually do this in the shading tab. I'm going to, number 1, root. Man, I miss my lurk emote. Oh, Gabe. If only you too saw the mistake I nearly made. Okay. Value node. That is not a value node. What the hell? Value. There we go. Now I have the luck of the Friarish. Let's go ahead and we'll scale that up to there. Oh, I'm missing the noise texture. Hold on. There we go. We gotta wait for it. There we go. And now, actually, what if I do value of 2.5, and then I think, if I figure out which one has the correct colors. Hold on a second. I'm going to get a picture of my jacket. I have warm light on right now, so it looks weird. But I'm going to zoom in. I can see there are white and blue. Let me just search baby blue on Firefox and see what comes up for colors. Baby blue. That's a good color. That's a good one. Hold on. We'll go to the color picker. And we'll just steal the hex value. Next thing you know, JJ got sued by the Pantone company. Alright, let's see. Now, I can make this white. Or I'll paste in the value and then I'll desaturate it to the point where it's pretty much white. And then I can do this. Why isn't that really making a difference? JJ gets sued by Adobe and the Pantone company for using an unauthorized color. An unauthorized, trademarked, and copyrighted color. I can't really seem to get it to do the dual color stripes. If I do that, yeah, that doesn't work. No, I don't want that. This is the primary color. It should be the primary color. And then I should... Oh, that looks good. Okay, let's do this. And then we'll desaturate it. Yeah, and then it's gray. That's pretty much what it looks like in real life. the color police are lame, yeah. Adobe, Pantone. You can't fucking own a color. I mean, you can, but don't. No one will like you. I don't like you. Pantone. More like demo Pantone. Sexual. Gone wild. Only on Pornhub.com. JJ takes an hour out of his time to slander companies by calling them porn. Would genuinely do that too. You know what? I would sacrifice the entirety of the rest of my life just to slander printer companies because they are assholes. I really hate printer companies. Even the good ones, like Epson, which are supposed to be the good ones, but have not proven themselves to be the good ones recently, are all just pure evil. You know, it's a good thing that 3D printers have not become as bad as 2D printers. Sorry, you had to look right into my gore hole. I'm so glad that 3D printers have yet to become like 2D printer companies, because imagine having to buy only brands of filament that work with your printer, that are approved by your printer, and have a little microchip in them so that you can't use them with any other printer. And they are specifically sized to fit in your printer. And also, they're stupid. Imagine that. Because that's pretty much how 2D printers are nowadays. Because it's not like ink is different in any way, shape, or form to any other printers. Right? I mean, think about it. Ink is just squid juice. I mean, it's probably not actually squid juice, but it's like petroleum byproducts, I think, or something. It's paint. It's just paint. How am I gonna do this? Yeah, we need a crowdsourced, fully open source printer because, for God's sakes, this anti-consumer monopoly with printers nowadays is getting out of hand. And I know people who like swear by their printers, not because of the fact that they actually are cheap or anything like that. Just because they're worth working on. They're worth tweaking, and they take their time to tweak little settings like a little bit of color correction here and stuff. And it's like exactly the same way is as a 3D printer enjoyer or fanatic would use. Quinn very much wants fidget toys. You can't make a fidget toy with a 2D printer. That's another thing that 2D printers do not have over 3D. Right, let's unwrap this. See if we get... Oops, I forgot to unwrap my pockets or seam my pockets. Look, Quinn, they look exactly like your pockets. Look, you just saw the inside of my body. That's where I keep all my souls. All of them. I flashed a modified FW. I don't know what an FW is because I got sick of not being able to use the black ink. Oh, yeah. You know what? I tried to do the same thing with my Epson printer recently. Or I say my Epson printer. Technically, it's my dad's Epson printer, but he has claimed dominion over it. Or I have claimed dominion over it because he barely ever uses it. Unless it's for like printing on CDs. But we were having trouble because one of the cartridges, which is an off-brand cartridge, stopped being recognized out of nowhere. It was working earlier until it stopped. For no reason. And I still can't figure out why. That ink cartridge is not empty. It's not unrecognizable because it was from a brand that was recognizable before. It just stopped being recognized. Like they had a kill switch on it or something. Alright, that looks a little better. Yeah, it looks a lot nicer. Alright. Now I'm going to do a thing. And Jim, feel free to correct me because I might do this wrong. I tend to do this wrong quite a bit. Actually, we'll move the bump node out. And then we'll move the mix node in. And then I'm going to group. I'm going to name the first result. What is the first result? Wait, second result should be on top. Right? Yeah, because that is color. And the second result is normal. Even though actually it's going to be depth. Because normal maps never come out right in Blender for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. When I bake them anyway. Alright, now I'm going to click this. I'm going to swat this fly out of my face. Because it's annoying me. We're going to name this node group blue cloth. Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't update my printer. Or, my family didn't update the printer. It was never told to update. And we have... In fact, when it failed, and it just decided to forget what a black print cartridge was. It failed just right smack dab in the middle of a print. I kid you not. Let me multiply this by 2. And we'll go with margin of 2 and 10 samples. We're going to use GPU and we're going to click OK to bake. It's really weird. No, well, technically it was connected to the internet, but when it updates, it has to request the update and then you click the OK button to update. We didn't do that. And it would be really weird that it just decided to update out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It makes no sense at all. Let me save this file. Save as. Put it in the textures folder. Jacket. PNG. I'm not even going to bother with the normal map because the normal maps never work. So we're going to bake. We are going to do not color but depth. Replace node. And okay. Yeah, it must have been a silent update or something, but it was weird because it must have done it during the print, which doesn't make any sense. And so, but the thing is, we rolled back the update. We got an older version from 2018, but it still didn't fix it. And we don't know why. So whatever they did was it permanently and irreparably destroyed that specific cartridge. Maybe there was a surge on the cartridge and it just burned out the chip. I don't know. But that's like a lot of money just for one cartridge. And my dad overspent on a new set of official cartridges. No, they were sued. There were at least 2 and upcoming 3 class action lawsuits to get those fucking assholes to stop doing that. And did they stop? No. No, they didn't. Hi, Mato. Everybody look, it's a Slovakian. Everybody point at the Slovakian. So yeah, class action lawsuit up the ass. And did they stop? No. They didn't stop for shit. And that's why 2D printers suck. Alright. Now we can go ahead and now we're gonna VTubify this. So we'll save as the VTuber file, and now we can start ripping the textures apart. Share the snacks, Quinn. Slovakian that wakes up at 8 a.m. Congratulations. What's it like waking up at 8 a.m.? Alright. So number one thing I have to do is I have to completely rename every bone in my body. That sounds weird if you don't know the context. But here, I'm going to pull this out. You slept 4 hours. Relatable. I mean, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you're feeling okay. I hope everything's all right in the world for you. Oops. Oh. Oh, man. Put it back. Hold on. I think I have to apply all apply location, apply location, apply location, apply location. Okay. Apply location. Apply location. Apply location. Apply location. I still don't have shoes. I gotta make shoes. Dude, you sleep like 12 hours a day at least. No, I don't. I go to sleep at like 1 a.m. Sometimes 2. Actually, last night it was 3 a.m. because I just simply could not sleep. And then I wake up in the middle of the night, go back to sleep, wake up at 9 a.m., go back to sleep again, and I get terrible sleep. I just get terrible sleep. And just because I'm not online doesn't mean that I'm asleep. It just means I'm not in a state of mobility right now. What the hell is going on here? When I say apply scale, is this going to go back? No? Why are they rotated 90 degrees? Okay, whatever. That's not going to change, is it? You're not going to change, are you? Really? You're not going to change? You're not going to change. You're just going to be over here. It doesn't mean I'm completely asleep the whole time. Good Lord. What the hell is this? Why? Okay, well, I can't seem to get this to go back on my head, so what if I do this? Nope. What if I do this? Nope. What if I keep undoing until something happens? Oh, it did something. Oh, but now it's lagging. You call it a good night's sleep. I don't. Not you. There we go. Okay. Actually, what I should be doing, instead of fucking around with that, what I should do is, let me put the cursor at the world origin. So, cursor to world origin. Set origin to 3D cursor. There we go. That should do it. I think. Jim, you were asleep the whole time? God damn it. That's hurtful in ways that I don't care to express. Okay. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. Okay. So now I shall, if I do this now, can I name it? No. No, I can't. I'm not allowed to name it. Ugh. Bye, Mado. That's Mado. He is a Slovakian. He doesn't understand American values. He doesn't understand the difference. All right, I just underestimated the difficulty of changing all of the vertex group names. Yikes. I'm going to have to create a script for this. I think I'm going to have to recreate a script for this, so I'm not going to bother with rigging today. Let's delve into materials, because that will be easier to do. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to hide it. I'm going to take a screenshot. I'll go ahead and bring that into GIMP. Wow, that was loud. Slept at 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Then slept for 24 minutes, I think, before the stream started, and during. Thanks. Had to fight myself at that one. Jim, I almost said cocaine. No, caffeine. You need a little bit of it. Maybe cocaine too. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. Oh, by the way, I wanted to show this off. Uh, Carly is officially thicker than Gordon Freeman. Just wanted to let you know that. All right, let's go ahead and bring this into GIMP. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to file, new, and then we'll create a 1024 by 1024 times 2 times 2 image file. Add some alpha here. Generate a grid, filter, render, pattern, grid. Ew, no, not that one. Render, pattern, new grid. Make it nice bright green so I can see what I'm freaking doing. And now make it like 6 per cell, I guess. Or 6 cells per edge. But is Carly thicker than Solid Snake? That's a good question. We'll have to find that out next time. I don't know why everybody thinks that Gordon Freeman has such a donker. He really doesn't. That's my honest opinion. It's all because of Gordon Fabulous or whatever that one meme was. I think I'm going to have to saturate these because they're very dark. But I think I might be ending a little bit as well. Because it is getting kind of late. Yeah, these are very desaturated. Let me go ahead and saturate these. We'll save the file, and then we'll call it a night. Ew. No. color, hue, saturation, saturation. That helped a little bit, except for the skin tone, which is way too crazy. That we can work with. Maybe. Actually, let me get this original skin tone. I think that would work fine-ish. It's a little dark, but if I do that, that'll also work. There we go. That works. Now we copy the whole thing and paste. And then we'll make it slightly darker. Jesus, Latte Doc, what are you doing? Brightness, contrast. Turn it down. There we go. Something I'll have to do, actually, I probably should have done that already. I'm gonna have to bake my face texture because I don't think it's baked. I can do that. I'll probably do that later off stream because I think I'm gonna end it for now. So I'm gonna just go ahead and save this texture. I'll just save it in models rigged, my models, me, VTuber, textures, color atlas. And we'll be able to work with that. With transparency, nah. Just bake it. Bake it as is. Wait, oh wait. Jordan just makes 6 shades and overlap it. I only need the colors that I need. In fact, even this alone is too much. Because with the VTuber shaders, or the VRM shaders, it's not going to be that much. I mean, I could totally just use full-on textures, and I don't even know if I'm going to use my my jacket textures at all. Probably not. Because it's just too much work. But, yeah. I don't need to do that. Anywho, I think I'm going to call it a night. Anyone else tired? Because I'm tired. And now I can sleep 40 hours. 45 plus hours. Yeah? I'm not hearing a no, so, let me go ahead and save this, and I'm going to say right here, right now, hope everyone had a good stream, good night, and thank you for watching.